Hello everyone, and welcome once again to TrailTrekker. Today I will be reviewing a knife. Stick around and find out about it. I'm going to be reviewing a knife, and more specifically, a Helle Harding knife. This one is from Norway, and that's Helle. The company's Helle. Known company. They make really good knives. So I'll explain to you why I use this one, why I picked it, and a little bit of specifics about its construction. So I guess I'll get that out of the way. It's kind of the boring stuff. It is 8.5 inches from point to handle, to end of handle, or to the butt. It is a 3.375 inch blade. It's blade itself. The knife overall is the 8.5 inches, and then the handle is made out of walnut, American walnut, curly birch, and in between sandwich is these slivers of leather. So it's a really nice handle. It's very comfortable, and it doesn't feel like it's going to slip out. You'll notice, it has these nice little this curvature here, and the handles come up a little bit, and that really helps to hold it. It is not a full tang, which means I don't know if you've seen knives that almost look like there's like a ribbon of metal going all the way around. That's because the blade goes right into the handle. It's full. It's all metal. It's like a flat piece, and then it's sandwiched between two pieces, which would make up the handle. This one has something called a rat tang. So it's this piece of metal, obviously the blade, and then it goes off into like this really weird little rat tail or triangular, really drastic triangular shape that kind of pokes out the bottom of the handle. And then they'll fasten it with a rivet or some sort of fastener or a button. Now, why did I pick this? Now, when I started backpacking, I think like many of us that do start hiking and backpacking, and we start looking at knives, we kind of see these large, 9-10 inch blades that you'll see these survivalists use, in some TV show, and you get excited about buying it, and it's awesome, and it's heavy duty, and this thing is just massive, and has all these little gizmos on it, and that's really nice. I mean, if you want that and you want to take it with you, it's really cool to have it. But I noticed that I was leaving behind my cutting tools, like those large knives, or what would be like a small machete or a parang knife. And the reason I would leave it behind is because it was so heavy. And as you continue to backpack, you make it sort of a ritual and a routine, and it's something that's regular. You start to want to really sort of take away any unnecessary weight, because an ounce may not seem like a lot, or a few grams may not seem like a lot, but when you're walking that extra mile, 2, 3, 4 miles, you'll start to feel it. So I decided to just start leaving behind, because I wouldn't want to carry it with me. So I needed a cutting tool that was sturdy enough. The construction was good, and it would get me through whatever job I would need when I'm out hiking or camping, or out recreationally. So I knew that I wasn't going to be surviving out, so I didn't need anything really large. So I came across this knife. I was shopping around, and I noticed really what caught my eye was the fact that it was polished at first, and the handle. And I know a lot of you out there don't like that polished look, or some people don't like that polished look. I really do like it, and I think it also aids in being able to get through the wood. I don't know how much that, I don't know how much friction it really causes, but I really like it. And I like tools that will double up as something else, or maybe you can use it for a few different types of tasks. And you can use it as a knife, but you can also use it as a tool for signaling, because it has this mirror finish. And you can also, if you need to look at your face, something in your teeth, or whatever you're out there, you also have a mirror, which is really nice. I was trying to remember, this thing's also called a pummel at the end. Anyway, so looking around, I found this one. I bought it, put it in my hand, and I immediately fell in love with it. Right out of the box, and it's not really a box, it's actually like a tube, you know, cardboard tube. But right out of the packaging, this thing is really, really sharp. I was able to go straight into batoning, straight into feather sticking, or making feather sticks. You can also shave with this. The other thing is that this has a triple layer or triple laminate construction, which basically means that it's 3 pieces of metal, the middle one being high carbon steel sandwiched between 2 other pieces. I believe it's like a really high grade, some sort of stainless steel, I'm guessing. It's like surgical steel, and it helps to keep its edge. I've sharpened this once and used it over and over and over and over. It's still very, very sharp. And when I say use, I'm talking about I have taken this knife and batoned some hardwood and just banged on it, and you know, it would just go right through. In some cases, like kind of like butter. Another thing that I was concerned with, that I had you know, read reviews about, was somebody mentioned that, you know, the more you bang on this tool or on this knife, it would start to loosen up. I get it. I can see how that could be a huge concern, especially with this design, with the rat tail tang design on it. But I can tell you, I've now had this for a couple of years, and I can confidently say that it has not been the case with me. There is no play, no movement in any of its construction. And the other thing that's nice is that if there ever was, all you have to do is just send it right back. And you know, it's got that lifetime warranty on it. So you've basically bought a knife that's going to last you forever. Or that, you know, you have a company that's going to at least make themselves responsible if there's any fault in their construction. And there isn't, you know, as far as I know. It doesn't weigh much. I think it weighs a little with the case, the leather case, which by the way is really nice. This is an all leather case. It has stitching all around, really nice construction. It does have a belt loop. I usually will put my knife in my backpack, and when I need it is when I pull it out and use it. But it is nice to have. Maybe one day, you know, I decide that I need it there, I'm using it so much, and it's just convenient. But they do have the nice little belt loop. And this fastener that they put on the end, or the pommel, is what acts, it's like a button, and it has this little leather strip with a hole in it, and that's what will it'll go right through there, kind of like a button, and it'll keep that knife in place. It won't come out. It stays there really nice. It hasn't softened up. I thought that the leather might soften up and then, you know, loosen up and just keep coming off, and it still hasn't done that. So they did a really good job with the construction of not only the knife but also the sheath. It weighs all together with the sheath, I think, a little over 5 ounces. It's not very heavy. It's surprisingly light, but it really takes a beating. You know, that's basically all I can say about it. I have used it over and over and over. Love it. I have basically benched all of my other knives, cleaned them, sharpened them, and put them away. And this is the one that I just keep taking with me over and over and over. So if you guys have any questions about it, any comments, please leave it down in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll be coming out with some more review videos as well as some other fun videos as time goes on. Sorry for being away for so long. I know that my last video was maybe like a year ago, but I will be more active, and I'll bring you guys more little reviews, tips, tricks, and also just something to be entertained with. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you next time.